Previously on Blue Healers.
Turn it off. You don't want to get your uniform wet.
Mr. de Sousa's Timorese. I served there when I was in the army and picked up a bit of the language.
Does Mr. de Sousa speak any English?
A bit. I think, yeah.
Mr. Tavares, were you born in Australia?
Nah.
Where are you from?
East Timor.
Concentrated hydrochloric acid. This is gonna hurt.
Do you recognise this man?
No, never seen him before.
Please, just make him tell you. Take him away from here.
They're always angry.
Can I have my boy back?
Sure.
Mate, you could have been killed.
Look, I didn't mean to cause all this trouble. I just wanted to escape.
You have to find Rosa. For she does something foolish.
It's Rosa.
You murdered Rosa de Sousa.
Tavares.
One guess who lit the match.
You two are working late?
You're not answering your mobile.
No, I switched it off. Why, do you need me back on deck?
Rick's Flicks is burnt down. Enrico Tavares is dead.
In the fire?
You don't seem surprised.
I can get my gear.
Don't worry about your gear. Where have you been for the last 5 hours?
Right. You gotta be kidding.
You going to answer the question?
Just this way, mate.
Yeah, I think I know where it is, mate.
Just wait with him, I'll be in.
I've just been talking to the arson chemist. He's pretty certain the phosphorus bomb was used to start the fire.
Phosphorus? Professional.
A certain kind of professional. One with military contacts.
Bandage on your hand. What's that? A burn?
No.
Show me. How'd you do that?
Punched myself in the face. It's not a burn. It doesn't matter, does it?
How did it happen? Either you talk to me or you can talk to Homicide. They'll be here in the morning.
Fine. I'll talk to Homicide. And I'll tell them exactly what I've told you. I was sitting on a hill, looking at the sunset, then at the stars.
And you were alone?
Enjoying the peace and quiet, which is why I switched my mobile phone off.
Didn't go back to the video shop?
Why would I?
You heavied him into confessing to the murder of your mate, de Sousa's wife.
He killed her.
A confession he later withdrew, at which point you made threats. And yet you can't understand why I consider you a major suspect in his death.
Tavares is a cockroach. There'll be plenty of people happy to see him dead.
Including you.
You're not doing yourself any favours, you know. You know what conclusions will be drawn from your silence?
Let them draw whatever conclusions they like.
And that's what you want, is it?
If that's what has to happen.
You'll make yourself available for Homicide in the morning. And you'd better give them some better answers than you've just given us.
She's still not answering her mobile.
You can go and drag her out of bed if you want.
Yeah, you better do that. It's not like Kelly to be late.
Morning.
Senior detective. We're colleagues from Homicide.
Senior Detective Soldier?
Yeah. You're Fox.
You might have waited for me before you'd interviewed Constable Graham.
Yeah, I might have if you'd waited for me before you interviewed him last night.
Well, I was just doing what I thought was appropriate.
This is a homicide investigation now, so you're going to have to excuse us. Price and I have got to get back to Melbourne.
Well, that's it? What did he say?
Well, your senior sergeant will bring you up to speed. We've got other things to chase up.
Why hasn't he been suspended?
Homicide think there are other people with better motives.
Like who?
Well, apparently Tavares has some criminal connections in Melbourne.
But he's a clean skin.
A clean skin with some very suspicious acquaintances.
They're wrong.
It's their investigation.
So what do you want me to do? Sit on my hands?
No. I want you to get to the bottom of this.
Enrico Tavares is dead. Do you know anything about that?
No.
Where were you last night at 9 o'clock?
At the church, lighting candles for my wife.
Anybody see you there?
The priest.
Father Brian?
And Angelina. She lights candles too. Many candles.
Till when?
Get home just after 9.
Any visitors?
No. Just me and my daughter.
We light candles for Mama. Many candles.
Did you stay with your father the whole time? And what about when you got home? What happened then? Did you stay there all night?
I went to bed, but I know Papa was there. I heard him talking.
Okay. Who was he talking to?
The one out there, Papa's friend, the other policeman. He can tell you Papa was home.
Do you like Mad Angelina?
Papa says he's a good man. He says he'll protect us. He only slays the demons.
Matthew is not a visitor. He's family. He comes to drink a glass to Rosa. Remember?
Family? What time was this?
10 or 10:30.
Was he upset? Agitated?
You are wrong if you think that Matthew killed Tavares.
Wrong about the demon slayer. Am I?
Even if I know who do this thing, still I would tell you nothing. He was a bad man. He deserved to die. But Matthew, he was not involved.
Look, I just wanted to let you know that the council voted against the skate park proposal.
Just a flat no?
Well, they have offered a parcel of land behind the council depot.
Well, that's not bad, is it?
Just that somebody has to fund the facilities, which means it's not going to happen. But the minutes will show that the council hasn't actually said no.
Maybe we could chase up some sponsorship.
We?
Well, it's not a dead horse yet. Thanks, Chris. Leave it with me.
Yes, as soon as possible. Where is everybody? It's like a morgue in here.
They're all busy, boss.
Well, you better unbusy someone. You've got a burg.
I'll handle it myself.
Your decision, acting sergeant.
Jonesy, you got a minute?
All right.
He's checking an alibi.
I was just coming to see you. Father Brian confirms Jose's story.
They were in the church.
Well, the father was in and out, but Jose and Angelina were there until 9.
So you're free?
No.
Mate, I wouldn't ask, but I'm short-handed.
Make it quick.
What are you doing? Just need to make a stop. No, we're supposed to be attending an attempted burg. Only take a minute.
Mr. Sumner.
What now?
Mr. Sumner?
You won't find any dodgy parts here. I got the receipts for everything.
Yeah, we're here to see Jimmy.
Oh, what's he done this time?
Social call?
Jimmy! Get your ass out here! Your copper mates are here for a social call.
Hey, good news. The council's given us some land.
Yeah?
Yep. All we have to do is get some money together to build some ramps and stuff, so you get them to your mates and get them to organise.
Are you for real? Do you know how much even a half pipe will cost to build?
I'm finding out, but I'm chasing sponsorship as well, you know, wood, steel, that kind of stuff. But people are going to want to see you blokes doing your bit too.
Okay, I'll text some of the guys and see if I can get something happening.
Great. And tell them you raised $20 yourself already.
But I'm flat broke.
Not anymore. Keep in touch, all right?
Can't believe you're putting up your own dough for these kids.
It's money well spent. Look, Jimmy was last week's accident. Somebody's going to get themselves killed if they keep skating on the street. finally.
Sorry, I must have slept in.
It's a new invention. It's called an alarm clock.
Yeah, well, I couldn't sleep, okay?
All right, I did a pretty good job of it while I was knocking.
That was the Red Spot Cafe, Railway Parade. Customers left without paying.
Right, you two.
Hey, how about me and Matt instead? I think Kelly could use some office time. Look, she'd never admit it, but I think this whole thing with Estelle really got to her.
Well, Matt's hurt his hand. I've got him on light duties.
Okay, well, I'll go by myself.
She'll be fine. It's a simple call-out.
You got a description?
Oh, my son has. Dominic! He was a witness. Dominic, tell him what you saw.
Oh, just the old guy finishes his food, looks around, makes sure no one's watching, ups and leaves without paying.
You were looking. Why didn't you run after him?
Oh, I had a pile of plates that I was carrying.
Right.
Yeah, and I didn't realise he hadn't left any money till I went to clear his table.
Disinfectant, more like.
So, what did he look like?
Dunno, long grey coat, sneakers, matey pong.
Sure you want to do this?
He's a Darrow. He'll be hanging out here.
I suppose.
You think I can't handle going in?
Of course not. It's just that this is where
Listen, if I can't do the work, I shouldn't be on the job. Shouldn't even be a copper.
Mount Thomas 208 to BKC. Wear code 5 at the rail yards. Kel, let's stick together, okay?
I'm not helpless.
Hydrochloric acid.
Put it down! Put the bottle down!
Kelly!
You stupid bastard! I
didn't do nothing.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Kel, it's okay. It's just SpongeBob. Kel.
Keep her away from me.
What now?
I want to press charges.
Oh, come on.
She could have killed me.
What happened? Nothing. He sprang out and she reacted. I told you she should be behind the desk, didn't I?
The owner of the cafe says he ran off without paying.
$6.50 pie and chips. I left the money on the table.
The waiter says he saw you take off.
Look, Bob.
Mr. Spaulding to you.
There's a witness, so...
He's lying. Get him in here, I'll make him admit it. She knocked me down, you know. She stuck a gun in my face. She could have killed me. Put the gun straight in my face. I want to make a complaint.
Did she pull out a firearm or not?
Yes, okay, for a couple of seconds. Look, he was waving a bottle at her. It was no big deal.
It obviously was to him.
He's exaggerating.
He wants to make a formal complaint. He's well within his rights.
I didn't do anything wrong. Tell him. He stole a pie.
Forget the bloody pie. Go to petty cash. Go pay the woman for a meal.
I'm not doing that.
Look, maybe you overreacted, and I can understand that given recent events.
This has got nothing to do with...
You pulled a firearm on an elderly, unarmed civilian, Kelly. We need to make this go away. Now cut Bob loose and go pay for his meal.
Have you found him?
Yes, we did.
Good. When do I go to court?
You don't. We didn't charge him. But I don't think he's going to pull a stunt like that again.
You didn't charge him?
Well, our acting sergeant doesn't think it would serve much purpose, but he doesn't want you to be out of pocket, so...
This is just not good enough.
Look, Mr. Spaulding had a good talking to.
I said I want him charged.
Listen, I'm no happier about this than you are. Are you going to take the money or not?
What I want is for you to do your job.
Well, you'll have to take that up with our acting sergeant.
You received a complaint about non-payment for food and you sent 2 junior constables with cash to pay the complainant off?
I just thought it was better to resolve the situation with a
It
minimum of
wasn't a
fine.
situation, it was a crime. What the hell do you think you were doing?
Boss, Kelly pulled her firearm on Bob Spaulding down at the rail yards.
She what?
She's had enough on her plate lately, and I thought it'd be better for everyone to make the problem just go away.
But now we've got 2 problems. You'd better get Bob Spaulding back in here now.
Yes, boss.
So I hope you can accept our apology and we can all put this behind us.
Well, I'm sure we can, Tom. Thanks, Sergeant. Wouldn't want any bad blood between us.
Good. Well, that's settled then. Perhaps you'd like to take your tea with you, drink it in the fresh air.
This way, Bob.
Consider the complaint forgotten. Of course, on the question of compensation.
Well, that's not something I can help you with, Bob. You'll need to go down the street to the public phone box. Look in the phone book, under S for solicitors. You've had a bit of a rough trot lately. If you need to talk about...
What has Alex been saying?
This is something I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with admitting you're under a bit of pressure, you know.
I'm fine.
Well, I'm not so sure that you are. It's perfectly understandable with Estelle White still out there.
That's not what this is about.
If you don't want to talk about it, I can't make you. But I want you on desk duties for the rest of the day.
That is not necessary, boss.
Tough.
Kevin.
What gives you the right to go talking to the boss about me?
Well, I'm your acting sergeant.
That's a joke. You only got the job by accident.
And I'm concerned about you.
You are concerned about covering your ass because you gave us a stupid instruction.
Can't let a junior talk to you like that, mate.
Yeah, well, she's under a lot of stress and...
Alex, if you expect to have any authority in this station, you've got to pull her into line.
Man Thomas Blaze.
I'll deal with it, my own way.
Which is what, do nothing?
I prefer to think of it as letting things work themselves out.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'll just
whatever.
go for you. Amy, forensic on the phone.
Thanks.
Prison from homicide.
Forensics copied them to us at my request. The preliminary autopsy report's here as well.
Tavara's kneecaps were smashed.
With the same baseball bat Graham used to threaten him. He was tied up with orange packing twine.
Traces of smoke and phosphorus in his lungs. He was still alive when the fire was lit.
Somebody really wanted him to suffer.
You really think Graham is capable of this?
Can you tell me that he's not?
What do you want to do?
I'd like a warrant to search his room. Punch yourself in the face. What were you angry about?
I bet you didn't tell homicide you were applying for this warrant, did you?
Amy?
For these.
Where's this?
East Timor. Little village called Suai. Yeah. Was.
What do you mean, was?
Militia marched in and massacred every man, woman and child. Herded them all into the church and then went through the lot of them with machetes.
Mate.
Looks like the same stuff used to bind Tavares' hands and feet. Want to tell me what it's doing here?
It's mine, I don't deny that, but there's nothing illegal in owning a piece of twine.
I doubt that the same can be said for phosphorus bombs.
No, I don't know anything about that.
You didn't learn anything about them in the army?
I mean, I didn't know anything about any phosphorus bombs being used in the fire.
Who said one was used in the fire?
You did, by asking about them.
Did you take these photographs?
No.
But you did serve in East Timor.
You know I did.
So is it about revenge?
You're a member of the Victoria Police. You're one of us. We work as a team.
Yeah. And I'm the 12th man.
Where's his motive?
In here, somewhere. Some connection back to Timor. He was alone at the time the fire was lit, and Father Brian confirms that D'Souza was at the church.
Yeah, but Father Brian also said that Angelina was asleep on a pew. And he wasn't in the church the whole time, he was in and out.
Which means D'Souza could have slipped out of the church and started the fire.
Well, the video store's only a couple of minutes away. He'd have had time.
Well, what if a priest had come back at the wrong time? Or his daughter had woken up? It's pretty risky.
But possible.
No. The smart thing to do, having set up this alibi, would be to get a friend to pull the job for you. A very good friend.
No.
Matt lied to us. We now know that he went over to Jose D'Souza's house between 10 and 10:30.
Still don't think you got enough.
Well, if you ever make detective, I might listen to your opinion.
You've got enough. Is there anything else you want to say about last night's arson and the murder of Enrico Tavares?
No, there isn't.
Matthew Graham, you are going to be charged with the murder of Enrico Tavares. You are not obliged to say or do anything, but whatever you say or do may be recorded and given in evidence. Do you wish to say anything in answer to the charge?
You can have my belt when you lock me up.
Do you wish to make a further statement in relation to the matter?
And my shoelaces.
Boss.
Put him through the book.
And 2 shoelaces.
1 frayed. Let me do the honours.
Mate, I've got a complaint from Sumner's Motors. Clive's petty cash has gone missing.
Yeah, well, just don't send me. Mood I'm in, I'll hit him.
Righto, Kelly, you're with Joss.
But I'm supposed to stay at my desk.
I'm running out of constables.
But the boss
Look,
said...
I'll handle the boss. You just go.
There was $40 in it.
You sure of the amount?
Of course I'm sure, girlie.
Don't call me girly.
Jimmy took it, little bugger.
Your apprentice?
Wrote his address down for you.
You can't even be sure it was him. Hello, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm listening.
No, you're not. You're being an asshole.
Thanks, Mr. Sumner. We'll pop around and have a word with him.
Yeah, have a few. Start with the words, you're under arrest. And you, what's your language? Or I'll lodge a bloody complaint.
$60.
I didn't take it, it's mine.
You told me this morning you were broke. I gave you 20, Clive's missing 40. You do the maths.
Who's this?
This is James Munro, Clive Sumner's apprentice.
This was all stuffed in his pockets when we found him.
Looks like Clive was right about being ripped off.
Looks like isn't enough, Constable. Get a statement.
Yes, boss?
All right, okay, I took it. But it was his idea.
What?
You told me we need to get the money for the skateboard ramp.
Yeah, I didn't say steal it.
Another situation you've been handling? Deal with it. Properly this time.
Right. You'll be interviewed in relation to theft and bailed. Then I suggest you go and apologise to Clive, see if you've still got an apprenticeship.
Oh, acting sergeant. These were in his pocket as well.
Well, I hope you've got some good news for me this time.
Miss Redmond, this is Acting Sergeant Kirby.
You're the one I complained about. Well, if you've come to apologise...
Actually, I've come to speak to your son, Dominic.
What about?
About skateboard ramps and stolen meals.
I've been looking through your photos. There's Rosa from Suwai. So you knew her there. How did she avoid the massacre? Just over.
There was a family connection. Rosa's family looked after my grandfather during the war. He was stranded on Timor, wounded, hallucinating with malaria, and Rosa's people kept him hidden under the floor of their hut for 3 months. Right under the Japs' noses. And the rest those people took.
Well, your grandfather must have felt quite an obligation.
He took it very seriously. He sponsored Rosa's family, paid their medical bills, sent the money till the day he died.
And you took over his debt?
Yeah, something like that.
So you joined the army? Just like your granddad? And you went back to Timor? With the peacekeeping force? And found all your grandfather's friends in that pile of bodies?
And their children. And their grandchildren. I was supposed to take care of them.
Matt's been charged with Tavares' murder.
I'm sorry.
Is that it?
What should I say?
Well, we both know that he didn't do it. Maybe you should light a candle for yourself. Or maybe confession's what you need.
I have nothing to confess.
I know about Matt's debt to Rosa's family. He thinks that he can repay it by protecting you.
You don't understand. My daughter. If I go to jail, immigration, they will send her back to East Timor.
You can't let an innocent man go down for this.
I will light a candle for him too.
I know Jose killed Tavares. Homicide are on their way. So you're running out of options. Talk to me, Matt. Let me help you.
I didn't ask for your help.
Don't you get it? You might go away for this. I'm trying to stop you from stuffing up your life.
Can't you see? I don't have any choice.
How does your going to jail repay a debt to these people?
I have to do this. My grandfather gave his word. And so did I.
Make sure he shows up in court.
Can't we just...
No, you can't. We're also charging him with false report. Could you please show them out? Dominic Redmond's admitting to taking the money that SpongeBob left on the table. Anonymous donation to funds for the skateboard ramp.
So SpongeBob was telling the truth?
Looks like you owe him an apology.
Someone's popular.
What?
Oh, yeah. Nice, huh? Hey.
She's starting again. Estelle, she sent them!
No, what are you talking about? They're from me, Kel. They're from me, look. I'm sorry, I just thought you needed some cheering up.
Kelly. Do you want to talk to her, or shall I?
I think I'd better.
Mr. D'Souza. Can I help you?
I have prayed and asked for help to God.
And what did God say?
I can't believe I drew my firearm on that poor old man. Well, I chucked away those flowers. Beautiful flowers, thank you.
Well, actually, no, George Crivelli sort of gave them to me.
I've never done anything like that before.
And you sort of went off at the acting sergeant. Maybe he should go on your list of apologies too.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. SpongeBob, fair enough, but no, a girl has to draw the line somewhere.
Well, let's find SpongeBob and start with him, okay?
Did Constable Graham have anything to do with the murder of Enrico Tavares?
No. I killed him, and I burned down his store.
Why?
So why?
Rosa was the only one to survive. She hid all of them, her friends, family, dead.
And Tavares was the leader of the militia who did this?
He ordered the slaughter.
Did he kill your wife?
My Rosa want to get away from East Timor. Australia. I want for her to be happy, for her to have a new life. I agree, but I did not know there's something more she want. To find him.
That's why you came to Mount Thomas.
Only when we were here did she tell me she wants me to kill him.
So you did?
I want to be sure. I break into his store, but it warned him. Rosa, she take the rifle from the cupboard and she tried to kill him herself. But he burned her. I should have taken Rosa Angelino away as soon as I know why Rosa she want to come here.
No, Mr. D'Souza. You should have come to us. You met your mama side here. Interview suspended at 4:25.
SpongeBob!
Mr. Spaulding, we need to talk to you.
SpongeBob! SpongeBob?
Scaredy pants. Long time no see.
Kelly!
Oh, you need to do a lot better than that. You could do a lot better too.
Stay there, let us come and get you. You must be sick of running away.
You know what kept me going?
What?
I thought of punishing you. Making you pay.
You don't want to do that, not really.
Yes, I do. I want to punish you in the worst possible way.
And what would that be?
I knew you'd come back. I was hiding down there when you took the old man away. I've been down there for days. The trains in my head now. There's patterns. This one's you now. Any second. Guess what your punishment's gonna be?
No.
You get to watch.
No!
And then you have to live with it, knowing that it was your fault. You let me down. You wouldn't love me. Right on time. See, I told you it's in here.
It won't work. I won't let you punish me.
You've got no choice.
If you're gonna do it, do it. It's got nothing to do with me.
I hate you.
Fair enough. Hate me.
Turn around. Turn around and you watch.
No, thanks.
Turn around and watch what you made me do. Bitch! Turn around! Turn around!
I see you soon.
Papa.
Soon. Aisha.
Can I have a word?
It'll have to be a quick one.
Why did you tell them?
I had to. I had to tell the truth.
No, you didn't. I wouldn't have said anything.
Actually, no. If immigration find her, they will send her back.
I won't find her.
I ring my cousin in Melbourne. She will be at my house tonight.
I'll take care of it. I promise.
I know. You keep your promises. Thank you.
Okay, it's time to go.
I'm gonna need your help. Distracting that social worker.
No problem.
What happened to Estelle?
Like she's locked up now. She can't hurt herself or anybody else in there.
You obviously know nothing about psychiatric institutions.
You all right?
Thanks.
Go home. Get some rest.
Maybe I'm not okay. Maybe I should see somebody.
Might help. Do you want to get some pizza or something?
No, I think I'll just go home to bed.
take some advice for once.
Well, looks like your gut was better than mine. This time?
Well, if it's a competition, you'll have plenty of time to get your own back. I just got accepted into detective training school.
Congratulations.
Ta.
Kelly?
Please go away.
Heard you crying.
I thought I was okay.
I know. You gonna be all right? If you're sure,
Wait.
it's okay. I'm not going anywhere.